If there is one thing you can say about Alexandre Pantoja, it's that he can get on his opponent's back from almost anywhere. MMA fans hate modern jiu-jitsu because it is largely made of butt-scooting and elaborate leg spaghetti exchanges. Jiu-jitsu's divorce from practicality could probably be seen in the 2010s when the berimbolo was all the rage. But one strange development in recent years is that Alexandre Pantoja, the UFC's flyweight champion, best embodies that style of grappling in mixed martial arts. A lot of it comes down to the crab ride. This is a technique that began in wrestling, wherein the top player hooks his shoelaces behind the opponent's knees, effectively butterfly hooks from behind. Here is David Taylor using it to score a pin. In jiu-jitsu, the berimbolo and the kiss of the dragon both lead into many crab ride opportunities. If you turn yourself upside down with your knees between the opponent's legs, you effectively come out in the crab ride position that David Taylor was in a minute ago. Pantoja will regularly look for opportunities to invert himself between the opponent's legs and come out on the backside of the crab ride. The crab ride, or the use of crab hooks, opens up the possibility of coming up on top, or peeling the opponent's hips and back off the floor to force the back take. You can regularly see Levi Jones-Leary doing this even in no-gi settings. The big problem of back control in MMA is that if the opponent puts your back to the floor, you have no strikes and they are going to slowly turn into you and get on top. With the crab hook, the fighter can keep his hands locked around the opponent's body and elevate their leg to facilitate coming up on top. In Pantoja's fights, particularly against Brandon Royval, he goes between the threat of back control and coming up into top position. Coming up on top, off the crab ride, also completely bypasses the opponent's guard. Pantoja uses the classical power twist, the broomstick mat return, and all number of trips that look like they shouldn't work. But his proficiency with the crab ride allows Pantoja to do something that no one else in the UFC is doing right now. He can wedge himself slightly between the opponent and the fence, and then simply sit down with them in his lap. From there, the battle begins to either put the hooks in or elevate one leg and come up on top. The other reason that just sitting down is a viable option for Pantoja is that he's one of the very few fighters who can regularly finish rear naked chokes in 4-ounce gloves without the opponent being almost unconscious when he begins trying. He is a major proponent of the hand-to-hand finish on the rear naked choke because his opponents all end up fighting his free hand when he attempts to finish with a figure 4 grip. Another neat little trick he will use, which you might have noticed in his last fight, is hiding his free hand behind his own head. Alexandre Pantoja meets the young and enormously talented Joshua Van this weekend in what promises to be a banger. I make these videos for fun and they aren't monetized, but I podcast twice a week and write cool articles at my Patreon. Cheers.